Because not only 3 weeks ago, a place called The Job Shop, it's an agency sort of place. They say they're not an agency, but they are an agency. A place called The Job Shop called me up and said there's this place which wants you to do data entry. You do it for 2 weeks for free and you're guaranteed a job at the end. And that was a word she used, guarantee. I finished my 2 weeks on Friday and it wasn't data entry. I've been doing advertisements for them, like making advertisements for them, because they asked, does anyone know how to use Canva and do animation? I said I can do Canva, and I said I'm able to learn the animation. And that's what I've done throughout the 2 weeks. So I think I provided some solid work. For free work, I gave it my heart and soul, putting 100% effort, even though I wasn't being paid. I wanted the job at the end. It was a job I could sit and do for the rest of my life. And come the end of the 2 weeks, which was Friday just gone, it's Saturday now. I went to the guy and I said, where exactly do I go from here? I said, because I was the only one who lived by themselves and pays their own bills. And for a little more in-depth detail, I'm 3 months in arrears with my rent and I've got 2 fines which I need to pay. Otherwise, there's prison time involved. Obviously, it would take a long time for it to get to that, but there's still the threat of prison over 2 separate fines which have nothing to do with each other. So I asked him, and he's either a great actor or he genuinely didn't have a clue. I've said to him, I was told by the job shop that if I was to perform well in this job, and everyone else was told the same thing, I also already confirmed. I said, where do I go personally from here now? Because I've got a lot, I'm in arrears with my rent, and I didn't go into too much detail because it's not his problem, but I was just letting him know. I provide all for myself. I don't live with no parents. I don't really get much help. And he's looked at me with like what you on about expression, and said that I was never informed of anything like that with the job shop. But he's been really good to me past 2 weeks. I bit my tongue, got on with it, got on with the last 15 minutes, and I left. And I'm just thinking, I feel completely robbed because I told the job shop my circumstances. And they went, no worries. And I also said I want the experience. So as long as I know, I would have kept looking for a job while I was there. But no, they said, no, you perform well in this, you are guaranteed a job at the end of it. So why am I going to start looking for exterior work? Because if I put all my effort into this job, according to them, I should have got the job. But that turned out to be complete bullshit. My old work called me back as well in the middle of my experience and asked for me back. I said no because I've got this new job, and as long as that position's not been filled, I should be able to go back on Sunday, which is what I'm doing. I can't get hold of them. Instead of waiting and giving a chance to that position to be filled, I'm going to go up an hour early before the shift starts tomorrow. To go up and just go up in my workwear with my work shoes on, and I'm going to ask them, is there any work to do? Fingers crossed, there is, because I need the work. That's why I'm taking initiative and just going there to ask instead of trying to get through to someone, because I've been calling the sick line all weekend, which is the number they called me off, and I can't get through to them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in on Sunday and try and get work, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to use the skills I've learned in this experiencing, because it ties into something called SMMA, and that's what I'm going to have a look into myself. I've got some information on pieces of paper, and I will document my journey through it. But I think this is what I'm going to start doing with my videos, going on a walk and just talking freely to a camera instead of a script. Feels more authentic. And YouTube these days is apparently about the personality, not the information. And I can be myself in the woods. I can be myself at home. But I live in a HMO. And I've made all of 3-4 videos. And I act too formal, too professional. I'm not acting like myself. And I think that is the way to go with YouTube these days. Just act like yourself. But I'm going to get a few video ideas. I'm going to come out and record a few videos in these woods, because I've been able to be myself. And hopefully, as long as I make sure I do, I might be able to make something of myself using these skills. Advertisements, graphic design, animation. These are things which AI can't completely do for you. It's not like copywriting or something silly like drop shipping, where you got to wait, where everyone knows what drop shipping is now. Because it's just products from China. But yes, I'll document my way through it, hopefully get better at talking to a camera, and see you soon.